Thanks to the support as a channel member, Michael McCloskey. Surely it's not happening again. 9 games to go until the end of the season. We're now only 3 points outside of the automatic promotion spots. And Bourne shirts only available to buy till the end of the week. Link at the top of the description. You got to get your promotion celebration shirt, surely. Hello and welcome to part 58 of Bourne in the USA. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have 2 games in the league for you. Away against Mississippi and at home against Atlanta. Since you were last with me, we've been in a very, very good run of form. We've won almost every game we've played. We had this one blip where we lost 4-1 away against the IMG Bradenton Academy. But other than that, it's been a long and beaten run. A lot of consecutive wins in there as well. And our old friends in Baltimore, the Christos, have crumbled. They are in free fall. And they've actually lost 8 games this season compared to the 5 that everyone else around them have lost, and find themselves only 3 points ahead of us. We're on 68 points. IMG, who beat us recently, are charging up the league behind us, so we need to keep an eye on them. The San Diego Gauchos are in the mix as well, but we're fully focused on Baltimore, 3 points ahead of us. Carolina, probably uncatchable, but second place, we've got our sights on that. If we can win both matches today, second place feels like a distinct possibility. Have we got to play Baltimore? We play the Gauchos and Baltimore. Oh my word. This could be an interesting run-in. We've got to win these 2 matches. This is the team we're sending out there to try and do the first one. Webb in goal, a back four of Solis, Ankiel, Llewellyn and Hansen. Ryan and who on earth is Maswan? What's Kev done here? Who's this guy? Tawanda Maswanhis. Apparently he's formerly of Leicester, Tranmere and York. Have I made signings last week and forgotten about them? This is professionalism, isn't it? Apparently I've signed 2 players. We've signed this guy who's making his debut today. Paskev could have left me some notes. We've also signed this guy who's rubbish. Okay, I like the scattergun transfer approach. So we've got a guy making his debut in midfield. And then Fordyce and Huyan out wide. Rocha and Hernandez up front. I mean, why is he making his debut? He must have been here since January. Why has he not played since in that any of that time? Why today? What's the thinking, past Kev? You've got to start leaving me some notes. Where are our other midfielders? So Antonio's there. Paulus isn't fully fit. So I think that's probably why Paulus not fully fit. Where's Gomez? Have they recalled Gomez again? And I've not noticed. Gomez. Because that happened earlier in the year. Gomez. When did this happen? Early. He's been recalled again. Twice this season they've recalled him. So Gomez has been recalled again. Pittsburgh don't like us, do they? And Paulus isn't fit. That's why Maswanhis is in the team. There you go. That explains that. I should pay more attention when I'm playing the in-betweeny bits. I feel like past Kev might have been aware of all of that, and I'm recording this Monday afternoon, having not touched the save since Friday. I've obviously just forgotten stuff that was happening on Friday. Bearing in mind on Friday was when I recorded the episodes where I wasn't wearing a suit because I was feeling a little bit fluey after having my second jab. So there's every chance I was aware of all that and forgot about it because I wasn't very well. But I'm now back to 100%. I'm Kevy 6 times. I've just won the Streamer Showdown as I'm recording this. I say just won. I won it yesterday. Apologies for no video yesterday. It was basically, I didn't have time to record the videos. You saw how poorly I was the end of last week. Then it was the showdown over the weekend. Time got away from me a little bit, but we should be back onto normal schedule now with videos coming out every day for the rest of the week. Shirts still available until the end of the week as well. And hopefully a promotion to throw into that mix on top of all that other goodness. What's going on in Baltimore? That's what everybody wants to know. We're going to check in on that just as soon as we can. But first, we've got a highlight. Fordyce to Solis on this left-hand side. Plays it forward to Fordyce again, who could beat his man and get a cross in here, and that would be lovely. Huyan with the header. and ends up playing it all the way back to Ryan because he couldn't get his shot away. And now Hansen playing Huyan in again. Hernandez and Rocha are both going to be in the middle waiting for this cross. As soon as somebody hits it, Hansen's basically gone for goal there. I think it was supposed to be a cross, but it was nearer to going into that top corner than it was to finding a Bourne player. And now Mississippi have got the chance for a break again, but Ankiel breaks it up in midfield very comfortably. And Fordyce ball over the top, looking for Huyan, I think. It ends up with Rocha, and now Hernandez is in. Jorge Hernandez has got his 34th goal of the season. Mississippi 0, Bourne 1. Hernandez just scores and scores and scores, doesn't he? Doesn't matter what level he's playing at. Doesn't matter that he's only got a 3 for finishing. He just scores goals. And there he is, once again, scoring goals for us. That puts us close. That puts us into second place as it stands. So Baltimore are losing 1-0 at home to the Charlotte Eagles. They've just equalised, actually. So that's going to put them back above us. And San Diego have just gone ahead in their game. So I think we are back down to 4th now. But temporarily, for a moment there, we were up into the automatic promotion spots. That lets us know it is possible. Baltimore have now gone ahead in their game. Everyone's decided to grab their goals late on in the first half there. But that shows us it's possible. It could all turn in one game. And Hernandez is in again here. Surely Hernandez on his left foot. He doesn't miss on his left foot. It's when he has to do it on his right that he struggles. But you get him in that position, playing it across goal on his left foot, and he is lethal. It's 2-0 down to Bourne. And that's a lovely pass from Fordyce. My word. He's hit a beautifully weighted side-footed pass for about 50 yards there. That's incredible football from Fordyce. And Hernandez there with the finish, as you would expect from him. And at 2-0, I'd like to think that's job done for the day. There's a new boy in midfield. It's the first we've really seen of him. Another one that we've managed to bring in because of the fact we share Bourne Town scouting. So this is why we get the players from the UK, because they're scouted over there, so they come up on our scout report. It's very handy. Even though we've not been able to loan any players directly from Bourne in England yet, we are benefiting from being able to bring in players like that who we wouldn't necessarily know about otherwise. Hernandez has got his hat-trick, by the way. Nice and simple. Huyan with the cross. Hernandez just peels back away from his defender, nods it past the keeper. 3-0. That's 2 goals in a minute there, I think, from Hernandez. It was almost immediately from the kickoff. And we are now 3-0 up and should be home and dry. So now we just need to check in on what's going on in both the San Diego and Baltimore games and hope that the teams they're playing are fighting their way back into those matches and making things a little bit interesting. And it's a lovely deep cross from Solis, and Huyan needs to keep that down. He's better than that. Right, Baltimore still 2-1 up. San Diego still 2-1 up as well. So as it stands, we remain in 4th place currently. IMG are losing to Chattanooga, though. That's just come up on my alerts in the bottom left corner of the screen. So that's interesting, forming a little bit of a gap behind us now as a breakaway top 4. Baltimore have just gone 3-1 up in their game, and IMG have just equalised in theirs. So lots of big, important goals going in matches around us, including this goal for Mississippi in this one. So it's not all over and done with here. Mississippi have decided to make things interesting for the last half of this game and are trying to get back into things. Rocha to Hernandez, and Hernandez is 1-on-1 here. And surely, I mean, it's on his right foot, which means he's always going to struggle. If that had been on the other side of the pitch, it's 4-0. He does really, really struggle on his right foot, as you just saw again there. Solis plays Hernandez in. Cross comes over. Huyan is there, but the header is straight at the goalkeeper, and it's substitute o'clock. Baltimore 4-1 up now in their game. We're going to bring on another one of our Hernandai. It's the new Hernandai. It's a left back and a left-sided striker. That's what we do with Hernandai now. Townroad's going to come on in midfield as well. And you know what? I'm going to bring on Stephen Stone as a final change and just do a triple sub on 70 minutes, because why not? I want to check in on San Diego again. Let's see how they're getting on. But we just need to have this highlight playthrough first. It's Hernandez again, playing it back to Solis. Hernandez in again on his left foot this time, but it's a last-ditch saving tackle from the Mississippi defender. And now we can check in on what's going on in the San Diego game. We can't, because we've jumped straight in to another highlight. It's Tuther Hernandez who takes a throw and then plays it forward beautifully to his namesake, but Mississippi win the ball back straight away, and they are looking dangerous. Ever since that hour mark, they are looking more and more dangerous, and that is a wonderful goal for Mississippi. It's now only 3-2 to Bourne, and we need to watch our backs. Let's take the focus off of what's going on in the other games for a minute and make sure we get the job done here, because it is not over and done with. That is a brilliant goal, and with 20 minutes to go, we need to make sure that we don't mess up here, because Baltimore have not messed up at their game, and I think San Diego are still winning in theirs as well. So we must pick up 3 points today, especially because we were 3-0 up with half an hour to go. Ankiel with a spectacular clearance. Hernandez turns painfully slowly and then gives the ball away. And Mississippi are coming at us again. And this feels like the third goal, and it's whistled past the base of that post. And with 10 minutes to go, we are in trouble. Fordyce, I mean, I don't even know what he's trying to do there. I don't know why my door is making noises behind me. I don't know if it's blowing in the wind or if there's invaders trying to make it into my office. But at the moment, invaders are not welcome. We need another goal. Fordyce fires it wide from the breakaway. I think the linesman was flagging for an offside there anyway. And with 7 minutes to go, Mississippi on the attack again. Ankiel's been excellent at the back today. Another dominant headed clearance, and it's 2-on-2. Stone and Huyan. They've had to slow things down a little bit because Stone doesn't have the pace to keep up with Huyan and the rest of the attack. And it's all getting very sloppy and very end-to-end here, and it does feel like there's more goals in this game. Mississippi have just missed another very big chance. And we're gonna throw this away, aren't we? Llewellyn this time with the headed clearance. 2 minutes left. We need to hold on. I don't understand how it's come to this. We were so dominant, so clear in this game, and now all of a sudden we look like we might not win it. Huyan on the right-hand side, just stick it onto the foot of Hernandez. That's a terrible cross. I don't know if the defender's got a toe on that or if Huyan actually thinks that was a shot. IMG are 3-1 up in their game now, so that gap that was forming behind us is evaporated. And I think San Diego are now 3-1 up in their game too. We're the ones struggling more than anybody now, and Stephen Stone has ended the struggle. That was so much harder than it should have been. But on 93 minutes, it's now 4-2 to Bourne. And for the second time today, that should be job done. And we can check in on some of these other matches again. I mean, that's easy for Stone. We've seen him do that for 6 years playing for Bourne. That goal from that position, he'll do that every time. It's his big strength. It's pretty much the only goal he scores these days. He's only got 7 of them this year. But you get him in. My word. I'm waxing lyrical about Stephen Stone. Meanwhile, Mississippi have decided to get back into the game again. It's 4-3, and this is ridiculous. This is the problem we've got with not having a proper goalkeeper. Oh, dear. And there's another highlight. How's there another highlight? If this ends up 4-4, this is absurd. Ankiel heads clear again. It's about the 10,000th time today we've seen him do that. Fordyce just run into the corner and keep it there. He crosses. It's bobbling around in the penalty area. And now Mississippi, with 22 seconds over the allotted time here, Llewellyn clears. Stone playing it forward to Huyan. Is there going to be yet another goal in this? Because it's still end-to-end, even though the match should have finished. Huyan's in here. Huyan! Oh, my word. He should have scored. It's just slightly over. And that should be the end of the match. A 5-1 confirmation in the Baltimore-Charlotte Eagles game. Town Road just with a cynical foul in the middle there. But somehow the game still didn't end, and now it finally has. Oh, I can't handle too many more matches like that this season. Goodness me. Let's just double check that the other results did end the way they were. I mean, they were both so far ahead. I assume they did. But the league table probably isn't changed after all of that excitement. Yeah, we're still 2 points behind San Diego, 3 points behind Baltimore. Carolina continuing to win as well. They're not really catchable. We've just got to keep on winning and wait for people to slip up. Well, Huyan's suspended for the Atlanta game, so you know what that means. Hernandez out on the right wing again. Rocha and Stone going to be together up front, and Paulus returns in the midfield with new boy dropping out of contention completely. Marco Antonio is also back in. And Jeff Brook returns at the back with Llewellyn moving back out to left back. This is a little bit more like my team that I'm used to playing. I don't know what past Kev had in mind, but we saw the collapse that we had defensively. So we need Llewellyn out at left back. And Hernandez will be fine out on the wing. What's the worst that could happen out there? Let's just check in on who the other folks are playing. So San Diego are away and are already winning in their game. Baltimore Christos, I can't find. There's a regular Baltimore. Oh, there you go. They're away against Charlotte too. So we need one of the Charlotte teams to do us a favour. Seems unlikely. We all know the Charlotte teams bully me. And in fact, Baltimore now 2-0 up. And we've not had a highlight yet in our game. Carolina, Baltimore and San Diego all winning their games. And we are yet to have a highlight of our own and a 1-0 down. These hopes that I had of automatic promotion seem to be slipping through my fingers. There's your confirmation that Baltimore have gone 2-0 up in their game. San Diego have gone 2-0 up in their game. We're 1-0 down in our game. How good are Atlanta? See, they're a team who are in these playoffs. We're playing against a difficult side. Everyone else has got a reasonably easy match, but Ankiel has gone up the other end and grabbed an equaliser just on the stroke of half-time, which could end up proving crucial. We don't have to thump this lot. We just have to make sure we pick up the 3 points while everyone else is picking up their 3 points. So fingers crossed, that's what's going to happen. 1-1. We need a better performance in the second half. We might have to stick Hernandez up front. Madness as that seems, putting your all-time record goal scorer in his best position. I don't know where I come up with these ideas, but we're going to try it shortly. Carolina are losing to the Charlotte Eagles. That is significant when it comes to the greater title picture mix. It puts Baltimore only 5 points behind them, although they've just had an immediate turnaround and are now winning 2-1. Charlotte, too, have got a goal back against Baltimore, though. We need to worry less about what's going on in those other games and more about what's going on in our game at the moment, though, because as it stands, we're not winning yet. Right, I think we're going to go to a flat front 3 and we're going to stick 4 dice up there as well, have Stone in the middle and sort of do this. This is what I'm thinking. We've not really tried this before, but it probably is something we should experiment with a little bit in these kinds of situations. And then we can bring Antonio on in the midfield. If we can ever... Oh, we'll be here all day now. Bear with me. There we go. We got it done. And make him... Yeah, just be a central midfielder. Just do something that you're not going to mess up. Yeah, you can be a Carolero. That's fine. And then who else can we bring on? I don't want to bring Palomares on. He's never scored for us. That seems like a bad idea. We might just go with this for now as a way of throwing an extra man forward to try and grab us a goal. We're demanding more as well. And fingers crossed, a goal will emerge. Because any drop points here, an automatic promotion starts to look really, really challenging. Hansen with the cross, looking for Hernandez but can't find him. And now Atlanta have got a chance of a breakaway of their own, and we need to get a tackle in here. Brook can't keep up with the man that he's marking, but luckily Webb makes the save. 5 minutes or so left, and it's Atlanta with the corner. Carolina have turned things around massively against Charlotte Eagles. They're now 3-1 up, and it's not looking good for us right now. I think we're probably heading back towards the playoffs again as things currently stand. I think there's 7 games remaining after this one, and it's going to be a 7-point gap. Is that what it is? Is my maths right there? I can't remember. Was it? No, it'll be a 5-point gap because it was 3 leading into this. Hernandez with the cross. 4dice is there, and that's a huge goal for us. Only a 7 for the season for 4dice, but it keeps that gap at 3 points from Baltimore, and we still have to play Baltimore. We are still well and truly in this automatic promotion hunt, and tomorrow's episode is going to be a significant one. 3-1. We just need to not mess up from here. I'm not making any changes, he says. Paulus is tiring. We could probably take him off. We've run out of time. We didn't need to. We've done it the hard way in today's episode, but we've done it. That's the important thing. 2 wins from 2 matches. We'll just check in on the other scores because I got a little distracted by my own match there and forgot that I was supposed to be checking in on what they were doing all the way through. So fingers crossed we get a surprise from one of them and somebody above us has dropped some points somewhere. It doesn't look like that's happened. San Diego, Baltimore, Carolina, all picking up their wins as you'd expect. So we're still 3 points behind Baltimore, but we do have a better goal difference than them. If we go there and beat them, we still need San Diego to drop points as well. But if we go and beat Baltimore 3 games before the end of the season, my word, does that put the cat amongst the pigeons? We play San Diego as well. I think that's got to be tomorrow's episode. San Diego and Baltimore. We'll show you both of them. And fingers crossed, we'll force our way into automatic promotion somehow. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.